Hey guys, I thought I'd start this video out just a little bit different today. I'm going to show you a picture of what this 57 Chevy truck of mine looked like when I first got it. Okay. And we'd already done some work to it at this point, but that's the rims I was telling you about. The truck was red, white, and blue. Okay, thank you. My wife was helping me. I was going to show you what it looks like today. I got done with my errands a little bit quicker than what I thought I was going to, so going to start in maybe working on the insides just a little bit today. And I took a red marker and darkened up the red in the emblem, which I do that all the time on all my old vehicles. I try to make them look like they still got a little life left in them. I'm going to go over the letters when that gets good and dry with a little bit of real fine steel wool and kind of make them stand out as well. But I'll show you what I'm going to work on today. I took back a bunch of that paint from Lowe's. First of all, let me start out by saying, went to Walmart. The white paint that I have been using, that was a whole lot cheaper, and you get 25% more. They still don't have it in stock. So, with that being said, I decided that I would, I think one or two of my subscribers recommended that I take these visors back down again and paint them seafoam green. I might as well do the rear view mirror too. All this stuff up here is homemade. In case you're a new person to this channel, these visors, believe it or not, are made of wood, and it didn't come that way. More than likely this truck just had one visor because it was an option, believe it or not. If you had two visors, you had to click the little box or check it that you wanted a passenger side visor as well. But somebody's done a pretty good job making them out of wood. I couldn't have done near this good. If I had to do it, I couldn't have done it. But anyway, I'm going to take these down and paint them, I'm calling it seafoam green, to match the visor and some other spots on the truck here. And I've got one more can of white paint that I saved. I think I'm going to try to paint the kick panels if I can without making a great big old mess. I hope I can. And I'm almost hesitant to even say it, but I'm considering painting the top of the dash here seafoam green too. And I've been watching some videos on YouTube. YouTube is really informative as far as letting you know, getting to look at some trucks that have really been restored correctly. And I think if I was to paint this seafoam green, I was going to use this red tape, but I think it comes all the way down here to the edge, to the where this part would be white's what I'm saying. Up through here and the top of the dash would be seafoam green. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm not a good painter, and I'm afraid I'm going to have a great big old mess. But we'll see. If I get my courage up and drink another cup or two of this instant coffee that I've got accustomed to drinking. But I'm kind of waiting on Walmart to get some more of the white paint in that I've been using. I have to save as much money as I can because I'm on a limited budget, and every little bit counts. So I'm trying to make it last as long and as much as I can. So hope you understand what I'm talking about. Got to be conservative. So anyway, I'm going to take these visors off and I'll paint them seafoam green, and when I get done with all that stuff, I'll get back with you. So just kind of hang with me. Hang on. Okay guys, I've took the visors down and I got them drying in the back of this 78 Chevy truck, old Dookie. And I was just over here looking at this cab. I never have painted the inside of a cab before, and so this would all be really new to me. I'd have to scuff it down and get some of this loose paint off because this truck has been painted before, and I'm just wondering how many times it has been painted. But anyway, that's probably why it's still here today, because it's been painted so many times. But I don't know if I want to tackle all this or not. There's a whole lot of taping and to do. And oh my goodness, it could be a big undertaking for someone like me. I'm not really sure if I want to do all that. I might, as I said, I might try painting the top of the dash seafoam green, but as for the rest of it, I don't know. When you take into account all the stuff you got to tape off, it's a whole bunch, and then you got to deal with overspray as well, and I'm not really sure I'm up to all that. I'll have to get some courage up, maybe some more coffee or whatever to do that, but I don't know. I'm still studying about it. There's a whole lot to consider when you think about doing it. Of course, you're painting overhead, which means you've got paint falling down on everything. You would have to cover everything in the inside of the truck. I mean, it's gonna, you'd be amazed if you watched any of my videos on this truck or any of the others that I've painted. Overspray can go and get into everything. And I don't know if I'm going to do all that or not. I might just paint the top of the dash maybe if I get my courage up with the seafoam green and scuff it up and make it look like it's been on there for a long time. That might just be my ticket, because I'm a novice and I'm not good at painting. So even if I do the seafoam green, that would be a big job too, but not as big as having to, I won't have to cover up every little thing on this truck. I don't know, I got to study about it. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know what I'm thinking about. And I've discovered also with this wood, when it was black, you didn't see, of course, you didn't see all the wood grain and cracks in the wood. And I've painted this several times, and it's there's no way really to get that out. So, but this is the part that goes up next to the top of the cab. Like if you were going to pull it down, this is the part that you'd see. But I mean, normally the visor is in the up position. So I don't know. I'm still okay. Anyway, I'm just going to do the best I can. Took the rear view mirror down. I've got to let all this dry for just a minute and then flip it over and do the other side. And with this satin sea glass. This is what I'm talking about the paint. This Krylon is much cheaper at Walmart, and you get 25% more. The other white I was using came from Lowe's, and you didn't get 25% more on top of that, and it was much more expensive. So I took back all the cans that I had not used. I kept one because I'd already got into it, of course. But anyway, I took it all back, and as I said, I'm a man on a budget, so I've got to do what I can. If it means waiting another week or two or something till Walmart gets some more, then I'll do that, because that would be in my best interest and my pocketbook. So, I mean, it'd be crazy not to get it for cheaper and 25% more. So, you know, if I can save 5, 10, 15 bucks, hey, I'm going to do it, because I'm that kind of guy. Okay, I'll hush for a minute, and when I get the visors back on the truck, I'll get back with you. So hang on. Okay, guys, I got this all finished up, and took me a lot longer than what I was expecting it to take. One reason is, as I mentioned, these are wood and not plastic or metal. So I kept putting coat after coat after coat of this, I'm calling seafoam green, on here. And you can still see cracks and stuff, it being wood. And then I had the bright idea that I was going to paint these little lines white. And I got started going down through there pretty good. And finally, after I got maybe one of them just about done, had some white get on here that anyway, I got kind of aggravated after a time or two of that. And as I said, I'm not a painter, so I just decided to paint the whole thing green and be done. Got them all up there anyway. Not my best work. And anyway, My wife and I have been sitting in this old truck, and she took the red pinstriping off. If you'll recall, you can see the line where it was, the red pinstriping was at, and her and I were talking about painting the insides of this truck, and she asked me what I was going to do, and I said, well, I said, at this point, I'm just thinking about maybe just painting the top of the dash. Let me get on inside this truck and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Painting the top of this dash, the seafoam green, and leaving the rest white as it is now. And she's trying to talk me into painting the whole insides white, and I was trying to tell her how much trouble it would be in overspray and whatnot, and so I don't know, that's still up in the air, and I might not even paint this seafoam green. It's a whole lot of taping and overspraying. I know I'm going to have to clean all that up. As you can see, someone before me has painted this cab white, and they got overspray on the windshield rubber, and I mean, I'm sure they done the best they could do as far as taping, but you know, that's the way it is. That overspray, it gets into the tiniest, smallest cracks, and it anyway, that's the way it is. And my wife advised me, I was trying to tell her I had a dilemma right here on the passenger side kick panel, and I told her I was going to paint it white, and she suggested I just leave it black. And I told her, I said, well, I was having a dilemma because the heater goes up in there. I think I'm missing a piece right there, actually. But if I painted that white, this would be black. I don't want to paint all this white. It's going to be way too much white. And anyway, she said just leave them black. So at this point, maybe I will just leave them black, at least for now. I really don't know what I'm going to do. And you know what? The next person that winds up with this truck, they might change a whole bunch of stuff that I've done. But so right now, I'm just kind of fixing it up for, I guess, the way my wife and I kind of like it. So I thought about maybe, she doesn't know this yet, but I thought about maybe putting some, oh, I'm going to try to say this right this time, boiled linseed oil on it, maybe a spot or two, and just see what it would look like. And you know, I could put a little bit here and there and just see what it would look like and see if I even like it. If I do like it, I can put penetrol on it, and the penetrol stay a pretty long time. But now the boiled linseed oil to me is just like a test dummy where you can kind of see if you're going to like the look or not. And I like that boiled linseed oil. I can't believe I can say that pretty good today. The other day in a video, I was struggling. I mean, struggling. Anyway, this looks a little bit better to me. I went over it and tried to brighten it up the best I could with the red. But so far, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. And my wife also said something about, she said, while you're painting, why don't you just go ahead and paint old Dookie here, one solid color. And phew, I just don't think, there's something about this truck, I'm not really sure, but there's something about the old Dookie here that I just kind of, my wife's telling me it's supper time. We're eating a hot dog. But there's something about this truck, just the way it is, that I just kind of like it like this. I think if it was one color, I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe I'm a nut, but I'm not sure that I would like it as much. But maybe it's just because I'm used to looking at it like this. If you have an opinion on that, let me know. And if I was to paint it one solid color, what color would you go with? I mean, there's blue, there's a maroon, there's, I guess that used to be silver right in there, or gray, brown. There's all kinds of colors on this old truck, and I just don't know that I would. And there's a whole lot of dents, and there's my famous Bondo job. It looks pretty terrible, but it's got that spray dust all over it where I blew it out, where I blew out old Charlie here yesterday with the leaf blower. So anyway, I don't know. Just kind of let me know what you think about all this. And if you're a new subscriber, I think I've got a couple, 2, 3, 4 here lately, or 5. I appreciate you subscribing to me. Thanks a whole bunch. If you have questions or anything like that, or want to make a comment, I sure do wish that you would. And just kind of let me know what you think about all what's going on. If you're tired of looking at this 57, well, let me know that, and I'll try to move on to something else. Believe me, I'd like to as well. I'm kind of getting, I don't know, I guess a burnout a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, proud to have it. I'm proud it looks the way it does. I really am. And I don't know. Kind of thinking about that a little bit. I don't know. But in the meantime, I might, maybe later on today, I might get just a little bit of that boiled linseed oil, as I said, rub it on a spot or two, see what it looks like, and if we like it, I might try putting some penetrol on it just to protect it. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, appreciate you watching the video. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, a question, or good or bad. I just like reading all of them. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Hang in there with me. There'll be some more to come. Appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good day. I'm having a great day. And I'll see you later.